What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the True Intentions podcast. Today we're diving into one of the most controversial and talked about internet conspiracies ever, Pizzagate. Some people believe it exposed something huge hiding in plain sight, while others say it's one of the most dangerous conspiracy theories the internet has ever created. So what's actually happened? In this video, I'm reacting to a detailed breakdown of the Pizzagate story to see what's fact, what's speculation, and what the internet might have gotten completely wrong. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Hey guys, this is episode 2 of the True Intentions podcast. I am your host, Joe, and today we're diving into it, guys. Let's just say that. So this video that I'm going to be reacting to, I think I'm going to keep it a couple parts. This first part is going to be the first episode. This video is Pizzagate, the Internet's Darkest Rabbithole. It's by Chayse and Mr.Pilled, so shout out Chayse and Mr.Pilled. Let's get into this, guys.
Could you imagine a world where the top 1%, the elites of our society, the ruling class, the ones who run the government and are pulling the strings behind everything, are secretly involved in some of the most depraved things that you could...
Bruh, that's literally already happening. Like, just watch that one movie, Eyes Wide Shut by Stanley Kubrick. That was pretty much a documentary at this point.
Ever possibly imagine. I'm getting a feeling of deja vu. I feel like I've heard this story before somewhere.
There
Nowadays,
is.
that might not be that hard to believe, but back in 2016, this was something that was...
2016, what was I even doing at 2016? I feel like I was wrestling or in sports. Who knew that this crazy conspiracy was happening around that time? Blows your mind.
Unfathomable to most people. How's it going, everyone? Welcome or welcome back. My name is Chayse, and today we're talking about Pizzagate.
Pizzagate.
So when Pizzagate started gaining traction during the heated 2016 election cycle on places like Poll, 4chan's political board, it wasn't...
4chan, I'm not gonna lie, I'm on Reddit. Sorry if I lost any brownie points to people, but 4chan, I that's even kind of too low for me. I'm not gonna lie. Just based on what I've heard, what I've seen about 4chan. Like, trust me, Reddit has degenerates, but 4chan is like a swamp. Just the craziest stuff you'll ever see, and I'm not getting into all that.
Hard to initially dismiss the whole thing as nothing more than a crazy alt-right conspiracy. But I think it's worth revisiting the theory in modern times, especially in light of recent events.
Yep.
Let me say first and foremost that I have no political...
There's so many people involved with Pizzagate. That's what kind of blows my mind, is just how many... It's kind of like the Epstein files. How many names of people that we know are in there, and just the little threads that are pulled with all these people that are involved. You pull one and it's just going to create this huge cascading domino effect of how many other people are involved, which is just... It's actually sickening.
Bias here, and all I care about is the evidence that has been presented. My goal is not to convince you that Pizzagate is real, nor is it to disprove it. All I'm here to do is present to you the theory as a whole and all the supporting evidence, and then you can come to your own conclusions. I'll also note here that I've spent over a month going down this rabbit hole, and...
A long time, Chayse. Shout out, dude. That's kind of what I want to be on, but luckily he made a video that broke it down in the way that is more concise.
And every mainstream source is so quick to say that it's debunked and there's no truth behind it at all.
False.
But I haven't seen a single one of them actually debunk any of the evidence. But you should obviously take their word for it, because they probably have hundreds of millions of dollars, billions
Breaking
of dollars.
Bad. Shout out Breaking
and I'm
Bad.
just a little chud in my room sitting at my computer. So
Dang.
I'm sure they just have more
Is he calling me out?
information that I don't, and no one else does for some reason. Your discretion, of course. We're going to be talking about some dark shit here, so if you don't want to watch that, this is not the video for you. That all said, I hate to say it, but don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It
Facts.
really helps
Get
me
your
out a
bag,
lot.
bro.
Thank
Get your bag, Chayse.
you so much for watching,
Also, like and subscribe my video as well.
and let's get right into it. Pizzagate sparked in 2016 when WikiLeaks published over 20,000 emails from the inbox of
20,000. Like, that's a lot of emails, man. Holy. And plus, look at this dude, bruh. Oh my gosh. He just looks like a freak. Man, nah.
John Podesta, Hillary Clinton's campaign
There she
chairman
is.
during her
Look at this guy. Looks like a damn board.
presidential run. Immediately after these leaks were published, people online began scanning these emails line by line, finding many strange references and jokes that sparked suspicion that there was something more going on here. Before we go over some of these emails, it's important to note here that while the interpretations of the coded language within the emails is unsubstantiated, emails themselves...
Just the fact that there's coded language. Just the fact that you said that. Coded language. There's already an issue with that. Especially with these elites. Why are they using coded language? I mean, if you have nothing to hide, that's the only reason you would use a coded language is if you had something to hide.
Are completely legitimate. The Podesta emails were reviewed and confirmed to be authentic by multiple U.S. intelligence
So they're authentic
agencies,
too.
including the CIA, FBI, and the NSA.
CIA doesn't joke around. I don't know what branch that is of Homeland Security. They don't mess around. So if they confirm that it's real, best believe that there is validity behind what they're saying.
Which is the National Security Agency. So while the interpretations of these emails can be debated, nobody is disputing the authenticity of the emails themselves.
There we go.
Of course, I can't talk about all 20,000 emails here, and most of them are mundane and irrelevant to what we're here to talk about today. But here are a few of the most notable ones that helped fuel the initial theory. One of the first emails that really caught people's attention was sent by Susan Sandler, a philanthropist and political donor who did donate to Hillary Clinton's 2016.
Look at her face. It's just like a husk. There is nothing behind those eyes. Crazy.
John Podesta. The email reads, "Hi John, the
Hold
realtor
up.
found..."
Let's look into this a little bit. Did you leave a handkerchief? Hi John. The realtor found a handkerchief and I think has a map. Wow, that seems pizza related. And yours is misspelled. That's pretty cool. They can send it if you want. I know you're busy, but so feel free not to respond. Nah, this is demonic, bro.
I think it has a map that seems pizza related.
And
Is
how are
it
you
yours?
gonna misspell yours and then spell it right the next time? So I think this is a code word to yours.
They can send it if you want. I know you're busy, so feel free not to respond if it's not yours or you don't want it. I just came from checking the field house, and I have a square cloth handkerchief, white with black, that was left on the kitchen island. Happy to send it via mail if you let me know where I should send it. It's not hard to see why this would catch people off guard. What is a map that seems pizza related on a handkerchief? What the fuck does that even mean? Well, coincidentally...
Yeah, like what is that? A map that's pizza related. Literally, like, doesn't even make any sense. Like, and talking about handkerchiefs and stuff. Like, come on, man, what is this? Is there a difference between an ascot and a handkerchief? Because an ascot was the only thing I could think of with Fred from Scooby-Doo. I was trying to find a reference. But...
Handkerchief code is a color-coded system that people use to communicate their interests and pleasures non-verbally.
I'm not even going to pause that, guys. You guys can pause that, because I took a quick glance, and that ain't it.
Colors relate to different acts or things that people are into, and I will not elaborate farther on that. If it's that important to you, you can look that up on your own time. These people are like old boomers, so maybe they just communicate differently, and
they're the reason the housing market sucks, by the way.
Have some dementia going on. But again, what is a pizza-related map? What even is that? Another email that caught people's attention was sent to John Podesta by Herbert Sandler, who was at the time a co-CEO.
Look at this guy, Herbert Sandler. Dude, he a freak too. Look at him. He got the dang...
of Golden West Financial Corporation, a major political donor to the Clinton campaign. Now,
the Clintons are involved with everything here. Like, look how many times he mentions the Clintons. I literally just did a last video on them, but they're so heavily involved in this that I think they're going to be coming up a lot. And it's funny because in her hearing that she's currently in, she's like rage baiting. She's like, how are you, or not even rage baiting, she's being a victim. She's like, well, this is unjust and blah, 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 all this crap. But it's like, you're the one that wanted to come here to answer questions, and yet you don't want to answer the questions we're asking you, and you're going to say, flip it and be like, well, these aren't right questions to ask me. You're the one that came. Pause.
Herbert Sandler is burning in hell. I'm joking. Rest in peace, Herbert Sandler. I'm sure he did nothing wrong at all. Mary and John, I think you should give notice when changing strategies which have been long in place. I immediately realized something was different by the shape of the box, and I contemplated who would be sending me something in the square-shaped box. Lo and behold, instead of pasta and wonderful sauces, it was a lovely, tempting assortment of cheeses.
Yummy.
I'm awaiting the return of my children and grandchildren from their holiday travels so that we can demolish them. Thank you so much.
You got children and grandchildren, you're sending stuff like this? Just the wording, demolish. This is literally sick. And they're sending this, these are politicians sending this. This isn't even just like normal people, these are politicians, which makes this even more disturbing.
I hope you and your gang are well. I miss you both. Best wishes, Fro, a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Herb. P.S. Do you think I'll do better playing dominoes
What
on
does
cheese
that even
than pasta?
mean? What does that even mean? Playing like what are you saying right now? I feel like these people want to be caught, which is insane. It's some kind of I know they do these things, humiliation rituals. Cat Williams was talking about that, where one of the humiliation rituals is for guys to wear dresses. Maybe this is their kind of sick humiliation ritual where they're sending these emails and just, I don't even know. Like I can't even get into that mindset of what they're about.
To people is that last line. It's just worded in such a strange way. People don't typically refer to eating something as being on something. People online began theorizing that cheese and pasta and these terms used for food were actually code word for something else. Something else being kids. And I know that's quite the leap in logic to make, but it's not the only example of strange references to food in these emails. Like this email sent from Tony Podesta, John Podesta's brother, would love to get a pizza for an hour. Like again, what does that mean?
What? I'd love to get a pizza for an hour. Ugh, man.
If we're just talking about lunch, that is not a normal way to say that. Imagine your friend gets a hold of you and they say, hey dude, you want to go get a pizza?
Let's get a pizza for 2 hours, bro.
So for about an hour? Like what? What does that mean? This one is in a long chain of emails, so I'll spare you from me reading the entire thing. But the part that stood out to people here was Bonnie will be Uber service to transport Ruby, Emerson, and Maeve Lozado, 11, 9, and almost 7. So you'll have some farther entertainment, and they will be in that pool for sure.
How does someone read this and not immediately think that there's something going on? And one, how do you deny it? That's my big thing. How Hillary is saying, oh yeah, it's fake. It's already been disproven. That's a hoax. Yet these are real and confirmed by the CIA, so they're not, one, you can't say that they're a hoax, and two, you can't say that you're not involved when you're literally in the emails that have been confirmed by the FBI. Do you think that we're, like, stupid? Then you have the gall to deny it and keep denying it, and then play victim to a court hearing.
Excuse me? What? That obviously sounds really bad. And unfortunately, there's no context that makes it sound any better. And it just gets weirder because there's a whole nother rabbit hole to go down with this woman. Reportedly, Lozado ran a website known as Evie's Crib, which was kind of like a blog. It's hard to confirm because as soon as people started talking about this, it was removed almost immediately.
Of course.
But if this blog is real, it looks really bad. The website apparently featured many pictures of Lozado around young children, including her step-granddaughter, Evie.
These people need to be put on a list. If you can't be around kids, same thing as the registered sex offenders. Sorry, you can't be around kids, you can't go to the playground, can't take a walk. And then also, they need to send a letter like they do for registered sex offenders if one's in your area. That's the bottom line right there.
Header of the website reads, Evelyn is growing up. Soon she will be the queen of the entire US of A.
What the heck?
Right now, for a limited time only, you can spend some time with her online. Raw and uncut.
Raw and uncut.
Take advantage of this now, as in the future she will have the power of life and death over you.
Bro, these people are literally demonic. Like, why would you even say something like that? Power of life and death over you? What kind of cult are you guys in?
First of all, why are people spending time online with your granddaughter at all?
Facts.
And then raw and uncut, that is just a really weird way to describe that. Whoever was running this website categorized these posts with labels so you can find exactly what you're looking for easily. Posts were labeled under categories such as psychopath, evil white bitch, filth, malpractice, discomfort, manipulation, and ambient.
Facts. That's how I feel right now. Except minus the will. Wow.
Ambien, for those who don't know, is a prescription drug that is classified as a hypnotic and is used to treat insomnia short term. One of the side effects of Ambien is that it wipes your memory.
Yeah.
Many people have no recollection of anything else that occurred or what they did after dosing. Why would that be a
I never done Ambien. Nope. Not for me.
category on this blog that she apparently uses to post pictures of her children and grandchildren? That's really anyone's best guess. Another picture on this blog shows a baby after bath time, and while not inherently sinister,
On
it's
that
definitely
website
a
it
little
is.
bit weird, even though you
Yeah, on that website it definitely is sinister to have anything, including children, on there.
can't see anything. But the caption here is what really stands out. It ends with, unrated version of this photo available only to premium subscribers. At the absolute best, if this website is real, which again I can't confirm, this is an incredibly weird and tasteless joke to make. This is something that I feel uncomfortable even saying right now. The last email we'll cover for right now is sent by Maria Abramovich to Tony Podesta and later forwarded to his brother, John.
Just hold on. Look at her. Like, what is going on? She got the German cross. What is that? Oh my goodness.
By Maria Abramovich to Tony Podesta and later forwarded to his brother, John Podesta. Google describes Abramovich as a conceptual performance artist who has pushed the boundaries of performance art as a visual art form since the 1970s. Personally, I would just say that she's a freak, but anything is art, right?
Yo, why he have to be so savage? Personally, I just call her a freak. I mean, he's not wrong, though. I mean, she is a freak. How she was dressed and stuff, like, yeah, she's a freak.
Right. Dear Tony, I am so looking forward to the spirit cooking dinner at my place. Do you think you will be able to let me know if your brother is joining? All my love, Marina Abramovich. I think I called her Maria a second ago, but anyways, it seems innocent enough at first glance. But what is spirit cooking? I mean, probably just some unconventional or traditional way of cooking if I had to guess, but it actually turns out that's not what it is at all. You see, spirit...
It's like a ritual or something. And these are, again, let me remind you, politicians and the upper echelon of our government. They're involved in stuff like this. So if you think that because they're involved in stuff like this, why would they not be involved with all this other stuff that's coming out in the files? It just makes sense.
Cooking is an art form or occult ritual invented by Abramovich, inspired by the idea that ghosts feed off of intangible things like light, sound, and emotion. For this reason, her recipes
literally
involve
demonic.
things like evocative instructions for actions and thoughts, and
Eat the pain.
bodily fluids. A few excerpts from her cookbook are as follows. With a sharp knife, cut deeply into your middle finger of your left hand. Eat the pain.
Wow.
Look in the mirror for as long as it is necessary for your face.
What is this? This is like some drama club crap, but it's a ritual. It's like emo. Eat the pain, bro. Like, come on.
To disappear.
Weird.
Don't eat the light. A moment ago, I referred to spirit cooking as an art project or an occult ritual, and I wasn't being facetious.
It's definitely an occult ritual.
This is how Abramovich herself views her work. In an AMA on Reddit, Marina says herself that
Talking about Reddit, and here we go. Degenerate.
That the context is what makes something art or not. Quote, everything depends on which context you are doing.
Thanks, Kay. This literally sounds like a Reddit post, too. What place do you see the occult having moved? Oh, thanks, Kay. Like, come on, freaks on Reddit.
Doing what you are doing. If you are doing the occult magic in the context of art or in a gallery, then it is art. If you are doing it in a different context, in spiritual circles or private house or on TV shows, it is not art. The intention.
I want to insert that Big Lebowski where he's like, well, that's just your opinion, man. You know?
Context for what it is made and where it is made defines what art is or not. So in her own words, they are doing an occult ritual. If you're curious to see this spirit cooking, you can find a video on...
No, I'm not looking that up. And y'all, that's all you, but I'm not going down that road. I don't even watch ghost movies. Nah, that stuff is literally too real. Like, I'll stick to slasher films. Those are pretty cool. But not the ghosts. Nope.
Online of Abramovich giving one of these artistic...
Look at that. Is that William Dafoe? I hope not. I'm somewhat of a scientist myself, but that knife. What is she wearing? She's wearing like a matador. Is she tied up? There has to be some context here, because this just looks all wrong.
Performances herself as demonstration. The video shows Abramovich writing phrases from her cookbook on a wall in pig's
Look
blood.
at that. It looks like a freaking horror game. Or like a horror movie. Saliva of your... Nah, man. Like, what are they doing?
Dousing the statue of...
What happened to the art with the banana on the wall? Can't we just go back to that? Just the banana taped to the wall with the duct tape? It's a lot better than this.
A small child in it. Now, of course, there's no way to say for sure if John Podesta attended this spirit cooking event or not.
He did.
But coincidentally, in photographs from around that time, John Podesta can be seen with a band-aid on his left hand's middle finger. And people online have also mentioned...
Come on, man. Like, with a band-aid on the finger, like, you know he was involved with that.
that his
Crazy.
hands, and particularly his fingers, are awfully scarred, as if they've been deeply wounded repeatedly. But
Wow.
I'm sure that's unrelated. Clearly, these are
course.
really bad optics, and we've already reached a point where the absolute best case scenario is that these people are involved in the occult and are doing blood rituals in private. People who
And that's
are
that's the best case scenario. That's what's crazy. Like, oh yeah, hopefully they're just doing that. Yeah.
ruling class members of society are being invited to, in private, perform ceremonies and worship old world
Stanley Kubrick. Eyes wide shut. Look it up. Literally.
gods like Moloch and Baal, but more on that in a second. This is where James Alefantis and his world-famous pizza come in, and it only gets weirder. So who is James Alefantis?
Alright guys, I think that's enough Pizzagate for today. It's just so much to take in with all this information, just the emails. This should be cut and dry, end of story situation where these people are tried and held responsible for what they're doing to children, and yet there's nothing. This was back in 2016, guys. 2016. And I don't have anyone that I can think of that has been held responsible for what they're doing. It's upsetting, and with these Epstein files that have been released, Ghislaine could possibly even be getting off. So if she's getting a pardon, and she was the one working with him, what's going to happen? Like, who is actually going to be tried here? So it's going to be interesting to find out, where this all goes. But this has been part 1 of Pizzagate video by Chayse. Again, shout out Chayse. He does an amazing job. I love how engaging the video is. I love his off comments that he makes. It's great. Show his video some love too. But I'm going to be posting a video every day. That's my goal, to post a video every day for you guys, because I am committed to this. I actually have a lot of fun doing this. So if you guys don't mind, just share a little love my way. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, help a brother out. But this has been the True Intentions Podcast. I'm your host, Joe. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.